Have you ever promised yourself things would be different this time, only to end up right back where you started? 1 week after the most profound awakening of my life, I find myself snapping at coworkers, drowning in self-judgment, and wondering, how did I get here again? Growth isn't about never slipping. It's about catching yourself sooner and choosing a different response. Even after discovering my creative center and feeling more clarity than I ever had in my entire life, I still slip back into self-criticism and burnout. And it doesn't happen all at once. It happens the same way it always does, quietly, under pressure. If any of this is resonating with you, if you found yourself slipping into old patterns after a big shift, please reach out. What's one moment you've recognized that you weren't being your fullest self? Drop a comment below. I read every one, and it means a lot to know we're walking this path together. For about 5 days after my awakening, I am grounded, clear. I feel like I can breathe again. But then, work starts creeping back in. We've been working on a major app release for months and months, and the original timeline is way off at this point. We've been missing self-imposed deadlines, pushing things week after week. Monday rolls around, and I already know we're not going to hit this one either. And still, something about this week feels heavier. Like, if we miss it again, this one's on me. On Wednesday, I'm on a Zoom call with a few of my teammates. It's just a status check, and I am tense. My jaw is tight. My tone is clipped. I start talking about accountability, about how we have to pull this across the finish line. But it's not really about the deadline anymore. I'm trying to make them feel the pressure that I'm carrying, because I don't know what to do with it myself. And when I feel like something's on me, I do what I always do. I overextend. I try to carry more, stay later. I take it home with me. I lose sleep. And ironically, the more pressure I put on myself, the less effective I become. No one's breathing down my neck about this work, but inside, everything is boiling. So Friday hits, I'm sitting at my desk, my shoulders are tight, my eyes are locked onto the screen during the status meeting. We do miss that deadline again. But instead of boiling over, the heat just shuts off. We get another extension, one more week. And with the pressure gone, I feel like I can finally feel what's been building, that I've been simmering for days and days. Tension and frustration, I've been judging myself. All of this stuff creeps back in so gradually I don't even notice. Not until that heat dissipates. And when it does, here comes the critic. You're the creative center guy, and look at you, snapping at people, pushing too hard, completely off balance. It hits like a wave of shame, really. I've just spent a week living from the deepest part of myself, and now I'm right back there on the surface. In the past, I would have just stewed in that critic and that voice, let it beat me up for days. But this time, I don't stay silent. I start talking about it. With friends, people at work, colleagues, with those who'd heard me speak about my creative center previously. I'm not giving performances or anything. I'm not even really trying to fix things. I'm just trying to be honest about what I'm struggling with. And once I start talking, I realize something I hadn't noticed up to this point. All week, I hadn't just been hard on myself. I'd been hard to be around. I wasn't showing up for the people I care about. I was radiating stress, not presence. And people can feel that. That was a wake-up call. And that's when it clicked. Slipping is normal. And it's in staying silent that the pattern stays alive. So the goal is to stay in your center, to live from that place always, ideally. But when you slip, and you will, the power is in noticing. and choosing to return. Slipping back into old patterns doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're human. But the moment you become aware, well, that's the doorway back. So ask yourself right now, when's the last time I slipped? And what did I do next? Because your power isn't in staying perfect, it's in returning. And if you're wondering what that return actually looks like, if you want to understand what it means to reconnect with your truest self, then check out this next video. It's where your journey to the creative center begins.